Y'all, welcome back for another video. Today's video is self-esteem. Okay? Self-esteem. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. Work on your self-esteem before 2025. Well, I want to say really like now. Start now. Start working now. Just start now today. Self-esteem runs way deeper than we realize. Every decision that we have made, every choice that we have made has been solely dependent upon how we felt about ourselves at the moment or where we were in life, and not location wise, but when I say where we were mentally, emotionally, how we feel, which is essentially is what self-esteem is. It runs so much more deeper. It affects what type of parent we are to our children. If we are parents, it affects what jobs we apply for or we feel like we're good enough for. Even in relationships, the partner that you're with is a reflection of your self-esteem. And sometimes we look to others more times than we should to make us feel good or to give us that validation that we need. That's something that we should already have for ourselves. And I'm not saying this is a journey you should take alone, but I feel like it's definitely something that you probably shouldn't include anyone in, only because if your self-esteem is low, it's probably low because of other people, right? I mean, we can take accountability too and say that we should have never let it get to the point, but people make you feel bad or try to tear you down, whatever reason. So if you work on your self-esteem solely alone by yourself and you build it up, people can't take it from you or tear it down because they didn't give it to you. Kind of like, it doesn't matter if someone calls you pretty or not because you know that you're pretty. You feel that you're pretty. That's what the whole self-esteem journey is. So not saying you have to just go through it alone, but I mean, why not? This is a journey for yourself. And I was watching Cat Williams. He's a comedian, one of his old stand-up specials. And he was like, it's called self-esteem because it's esteem for yourself. And it's so true. I mean, it's a joke, of course, but it's so true. How do we give other people the power to tell us how we feel about ourselves when we're in our body, we're in our mind? And we start to hear things so much that we start to believe it, and we only believe the bad things. Like when people give us good compliments and stuff, we second guess, like, wow, am I really this? Am I really that? But why is it when we hear bad things, we automatically take it in and harbor on it? So it's kind of like gossip, right? When we hear bad things, like a rumor going around, we never second guess the rumor. Never. We believe bad and negative things off the rip, right? But when we hear good news about someone, good opportunities, we always say, it doesn't seem right. We find something to negate from it, to make it not as good as what it really is, right? So why is it that we easily accept negative things, but it's so hard for us to accept the positive things? We need, as people, as humans, whatever, we need to stop that. We have to stop that. So I'm saying to you to tell yourself, stop harboring on the negative things. Stop believing the negative things. You have to give yourself the self-talk that you need to bring yourself up. Bring yourself up. And I think also a part of self-esteem is that we have to forgive the past. And it's not for other people, y'all. I know you're gonna say, what? Y'all, it's not for other people. It's for you. You need not to tell someone that you forgave them. It's for you. Because we feel worse when we think about the choices that we made when our self-esteem was low. Now that you're aware of, like, oh, okay, well, I made that decision when my self-esteem was low, now you can say, well, that wasn't the best version of me when I made that choice. So now you can move on to make better decisions. Your choices are a reflection of you. But if you weren't the best version of yourself, forgive yourself for making those decisions, y'all. Forgive yourself for making those choices, because the you today, I'm pretty sure the version of you today would have never made some of those choices, right? Right? So, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself before you forgive anyone else for allowing situations or doing things that you probably knew were wrong too. Think about it. People. Another misconception is that when people do wrong things and they know it's wrong, that they never regret it. Now, some people are just pieces of shit, and that's true. But think about it. It's just as well as people have wronged us, you have wronged others as well, right? And the you that you are today can look back and say, I shouldn't have done that, or I'm sorry about that, or I wouldn't have done that now, right? So just as well as we give ourselves grace and we feel bad about certain things that we've done to ourselves, we have to give others the grace too, because they may not never say it or never show it, but some people are sorry about the things they've done. But just as you have, as you were once in a bad spot, or maybe in a bad spot now, your self-esteem is low, they were also making choices and decisions off of where they were in life as well. Simultaneously. Oh, there we go. They were making decisions from where they were in life as well. So forgive yourself and forgive others. Like I say, you don't have to rekindle a relationship. You don't even have to tell them that you forgave them, because 9 times out of 10 people know when they've done you wrong. But the whole point of it is to let things go and realize that even though we were affected, we were hurt by it, most times people don't make, I'm sorry, I was watching this dog catch this ball. People don't make decisions saying, oh, I'm going to hurt. Now, of course, we know some people who intentionally did things to hurt us, but especially with parenthood, y'all. Our parents, they didn't make decisions knowing that it would hurt us, right? They were doing whatever they felt like was best in the moment, or what they could, or thinking about themselves. Not saying in a selfish way, but that's how we have to look at everything in order to get to life and to keep moving, y'all. Everything is not about us, even though we feel like it is and we try to make a lie. Everything is not about us. People, just the same as you are going through life right now, other people are doing the same thing. You ever been in a store and you're thinking about something so heavy and your facial expressions are on your face, and someone said, oh, you're frowned up, or you're not even thinking about them, period, right? You're just in your own world. That's the same thing other people go through. People don't think about you as much as you think. We're all going through life. We're all going through life. So when you realize that, okay, everything, even though I'm personally hurt, everything is not personal. Why can't I speak today, y'all? Personal. Everything isn't personal. There. You know, we're all going through life. And I'm not saying to, go sit and hug with someone who's mistreating you and go have a cup of tea and all of that. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying some insight so you can move forward and feel better about yourself. You have to be vulnerable. And when I say vulnerable, y'all, be for real. For real, exactly how you feel about everything. And I say get a journal, write it down, or in your phone, only because it's like when you, even though I know you probably think about things all the time, when you actually see it in writing, or you see it in words, you're like, wow. It's like, wow, it's like an eye opener. Like, wow, this is really, this is really real. So, homework, I'm just playing, but y'all write it down. And then also you need the steps that you need to take to work on your self-esteem. Therapy is not a bad idea, y'all, and I'm gonna keep throwing therapy out there. It's not a bad idea. Okay, it's not a bad idea. If your self-esteem is based upon like physically of how you feel, I guarantee you it's something else underlining that makes you feel that you aren't good enough physically. And that's also something that you have to dig deep into, because nothing starts with the physical. Even though we may think that nothing starts with the physical, if you don't like how you look on the outside, it had to be something that started from within that made you feel that way, or made you get to the point, right? So everything starts with the what? I need hooked on phonics. Call Dr. Seuss. Everything starts from within, okay? But it's possible.